bad.
Yeah, and then switch it when it's on. No, this makes no sense.
It's working before.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't help.
Does that not help?
No.
I've never seen the guys going to the go-to.
Don't touch that.
I'll move that back to how it was.
I think the main one's working down there.
No. Okay, that's fine.
That was on standard a minute ago.
It was on standard?
Yeah. Do you know what? Don't worry. You go do training. I know they're not here yet, but I don't have to stress you out. I'll figure it out.
First of all, I would lock this,
Yeah.
so it's not fiddling around. Okay, that's correct.
Don't come back to me in vision. No, always don't. It can be a bit messy anyway. Just give us a quick level, mate. How's that sounding? A bit like this here at the Emirates, sun shining. Champions League semi-final coming up.
Don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Alright.
Thank you.
I've never seen anything like that.
Ah, there we go.
How did you manage to do that now?
Yeah. Don't ask me how. I just.
Alright.
Magic touch.
Yeah.
At least it worked.
Okay. Well,
So
at least
you want
something
it an hour
happened.
before or an hour later, but yeah. Of course, this will probably run late. No, this. What are you going to do? This runs late.
I don't know. Are they holding the pattern?
I think so. They said apparently they can't start till 6:30 because this is going on.
Did you manage to do it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a setting.
In the menu?
Yeah.
That looks like a microphone.
Yeah, luckily.
You're lucky it's not windy, so it should be fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that can be. Well, that's fine. We've got an air gap, we'll buy air gap.
There you go.
Yeah. I can't. Okay. Sure.
None of the players are wrong. You struggling with the sun?
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm hearing everything, yeah.
Merci à vous. Je vous laisse parce que genre parisien arrive pour l'échauffement. Donc je vous laisse. Allez, bonne soirée à tous. Merci, ciao ciao mon gars.
Hey John, how's it going? Yeah, sure, that's great, thank you.
Salut à tous et bienvenue dans cette carte postale à la veille des demi-finales allées de la Ligue des Champions. Me voici de retour à l'Emirates après cette incroyable Arsenal-Real Madrid. On est en place pour vivre la confrontation entre les Gunners et les Parisiens. Et sans plus attendre, je vais pivoter ma caméra pour vous montrer les Parisiens à l'entraînement. Et vous découvrez cette magnifique pelouse de l'Emirates et les joueurs parisiens qui sont juste devant nous avec un contre-jour terrible, mais bon tant pis, c'est la vie. Ils sont prêts, on a suivi les conférences de presse avec notamment un entraîneur Luis Enrique toujours aussi piquant envers la presse française. Il dénonce le pessimisme ambiant dans les questions des journalistes tricolores, notamment après les récentes contre-performance, notamment la défaite face à Nice en championnat, même s'il faut relativiser car c'était la première en Ligue 1 cette saison. En tout cas, on les voit tous sourire là en ce début d'entraînement, une belle fin d'après-midi, un grand soleil et il fait chaud à Londres, ce qui n'arrive pas tous les jours. Donc on en profite avant ce choc, avant cette demi-finale allée de la Ligue des Champions. Et beaucoup de journalistes présents, vous les voyez notamment à l'opposé, et puis il y en a tout autour de moi également. C'est normal car nous sommes au cœur de la Ligue des Champions et on va vivre ça ensemble dans Champions Express avec New World. Gros focus et présentation de cette première demi-finale allée bien sûr à venir dans notre prochaine chronique avec les réactions, les analyses et bien sûr la carte postale pour vous faire vivre cette montée en puissance ici dans la capitale anglaise de ce magnifique soleil.
Good evening to you, Mark. I can tell you that the Emirates is looking wonderful. At least the sun is shining here. PSG going through their final preparations right now ahead of tomorrow night's huge Champions League semi-final first leg. Both sides looking to take an advantage to Paris next week. We can show you their final preparations right now. They're in their final training session ahead of the match tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock kickoff here in a sunny North London, and they're well aware of their surroundings because they played it back in October, beaten 2-0 by Arsenal in the league phase of the Champions League. We've just spoken to Luis Enrique about 20 minutes or so ago. He says that game will have no bearing whatsoever on tomorrow's encounter, simply because this PSG side have been revolutionised over the last few months since that game against Arsenal. They're scraping to qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League. But here they are now, having beaten Liverpool and Aston Villa along the way, and they are arguably the favourites to lift the European Cup for the first time in their history. And in terms of the stage of this competition, that's nothing new to PSG either. It's their fourth Champions League semi-final in 6 seasons. They have a huge opportunity to make history and win that trophy for the first time. It's the one they've been looking for so long. Their chance of doing so may hinge significantly, you feel, on Ousmane Dembele. He is in form of his life right now. 24 goals in 24 appearances. It's been an incredible resurgence for the Frenchman. He scored 32 in all competitions this season. A bit of context for you, his previous best was 14 for Barcelona back in the 18-19 season. They'll once again be all eyes on Desiree Doué. He'll hope to make an impact as well because he was pretty ineffective in the match here at the Emirates back in October, but we saw what he did against Aston Villa in that first leg against the Champions League quarter-final. As I mentioned, we spoke to Luis Enrique earlier. I think the squad are a little bit frustrated with some of the coverage of their recent results. They were beaten by Nice last week. It ended their hopes of being invincible, just like Arsenal were back in 2004. It's just one win in their last four. But he said they're not worried at all, but you would sense and feel the pressure is on Paris Saint-Germain to do something special over the course of these 2 legs and reach the final once again. There was a banner of PSG fans unfurled before their defeat to Nice last week. It read, "Eliminate Arsenal, bring us to the final." So we've heard from the away side, we heard from Vitinha as well. He's had a really interesting spell in the West Midlands at Wolves back in his 2021 season. Wolves had the opportunity to buy him after a fairly underwhelming loan spell. He started with 8 games for the club. They didn't take them up on that opportunity to buy him for Porto, but we'll see what he's doing right now in the PSG shirt. Arguably one of the best midfielders in the world right now. We'll bring you some of what he's had to say a little bit later on. We'll shortly be getting the Arsenal angle now. We'll be speaking to Gabriel Martinelli at 6:30 PM, while Mikel Arteta hosts his pre-match press conference at 7 PM. We'll bring those to you on Sky Sports News later on this evening.
Arsenal e Paris Saint-Germain fazem o primeiro jogo da semifinal da Champions League nesta terça-feira aqui no Emirates. Será um reencontro, já que em outubro eles também se enfrentaram aqui na primeira fase da competição. Aquela partida terminou com a vitória inglesa, mas foram os franceses que viram uma transformação acontecer.
Yeah, he's just, you know where the balls are? So, you know, where all the balls are in the middle, where the coach is standing. He's in the furthest right.
Arsenal e Paris Saint-Germain fazem o primeiro jogo da semifinal da Champions League nesta terça-feira aqui no Emirates Stadium. Será um reencontro, já que em outubro eles também se enfrentaram aqui, mas pela primeira fase da competição. Aquela partida terminou com a vitória inglesa, mas foram os franceses que viram uma transformação acontecer. Arsenal e Paris Saint-Germain fazem o primeiro jogo da semifinal da Champions League nesta terça-feira aqui no Emirates Stadium. Será um reencontro, já que em outubro eles também se enfrentaram aqui, mas pela primeira fase da competição. Aquela partida terminou com a vitória inglesa, mas foram os franceses que viram uma transformação acontecer. Arsenal e Paris Saint-Germain fazem o primeiro jogo da semifinal da Champions League nesta terça-feira aqui no Emirates Stadium. Será um reencontro, já que em outubro eles também se enfrentaram aqui, mas pela primeira fase da competição. A partida terminou com a vitória inglesa, mas foram os franceses que viram uma transformação acontecer. Arsenal e Paris Saint-Germain fazem o primeiro jogo da semifinal da Champions League nesta terça-feira aqui no Emirates Stadium. Será um reencontro, já que em outubro eles também se enfrentaram. Arsenal e Paris Saint-Germain fazem o primeiro jogo da semifinal da Champions League nesta terça-feira aqui no Emirates Stadium. Será um reencontro, já que em outubro eles também se enfrentaram aqui, mas pela primeira fase da competição. Aquela partida terminou com a vitória inglesa, mas foram os franceses que viram uma transformação acontecer. Arsenal e Paris Saint-Germain fazem o primeiro jogo da semifinal da Champions League nesta terça-feira aqui no Emirates Stadium. Será um reencontro, já que em outubro eles também se enfrentaram aqui, mas pela primeira fase da competição. Aquela partida terminou com a vitória inglesa, mas foram os franceses que viram uma transformação acontecer.
Yeah.